Today on Kababayan LA, we celebrate our being Kababayan, our pride in being Filipinos. We also celebrate our literature here on the show. Today is no different because we have Reme here joining us on the show. Reme is with Our Own Voice. And first of all, Reme, congratulations. 10th anniversary of this web-based journal. Also, it came out in a book as well. So congratulations. Can you tell us about this?
Yes, Our Own Voice was started in 2000, actually, September 2000. And somebody told me that you won't be able to find any writers, Reme. Nobody writes about diasporic literature. And it was a challenge. And so the journal concentrates on emerging writers combined with iconic writers, writers who are already established.
And the distinction is this features Filipino contemporary literature. What do you mean when you say contemporary? You know, other viewers might be watching and they might think they have something that they can contribute. You know, what does that mean?
Well, for instance,
what are you looking for?
Okay, for instance, we've invited, in this particular 33rd issue, we've invited somebody like Evelyn Sebastian, who writes for Liwayway. So her short story appears in Our Own Voice. We've invited iconic or established writers, someone say like Charleston Ong of the Philippines, and he is quite known as a writer who writes on Filipino-Chinese heritage.
Are we known as people who write? Is our community, the Filipino-American community, are we the community that write?
Thank you for bringing that up. We are known to write. We are not known to read.
Oh, why is it like that? Is it possible for a community to write and for a community to be known at the same time as a community who doesn't read?
Well, I think it has to do with the fact that our tradition is mostly oral. We tend to go, we tell stories, you know, and reading is like 20th century U.S. influence.
And it takes up so much of our time when we read because we have to sit down and actually read and actually absorb what's being read. How do we change that though? Because we want to teach people to read, our Kababayans to read more.
I think more and more Filipinos are learning how to read, especially those in the diaspora, those who, the global communities, the communities of Filipinos who leave the Philippines and they're scattered all over the world. With the onset of texting, with the onset of the internet, they love to go to the internet and pursue the stories on the internet. As a matter of fact, most of our more avid readers, they're insomniacs. They're looking for things in the internet, and they stumble on Our Own Voice. And from that moment on, they're hooked.
Yes, that is where Our Own Voice comes in. What can viewers get or readers get when they go to Our Own Voice?
Well, for one thing, each issue is different, and we try to touch on various aspects of Filipino life.
So what topics?
So we've had a Philippine-American War issue. We've had an issue that deals with family life. We've had an issue that dealt with genealogy. We had a Carlos Bulosan issue, which was very popular.
Carlos Bulosan, yes.
Yes, we had a whole issue on him. And the writers, that means to say the essays, the poetry, the books, the bibliography are all on Carlos Bulosan.
So it's not just columns when you feature, what you feature on Our Own Voice, it's not just column stories, it's prose, it's essays, it's poetry as well, short stories and all that, right? And who can submit? What is your process of, you know, sifting through your submissions?
Well, normally they go to the issue and there is rules on what to submit, what length it should be, and they simply send it to us and we inform them if it meets the standards of the literary magazine. Most of the time we have submissions, Tagalog submissions, Visayan submissions.
And that's okay?
Yes, it's perfectly okay.
Wonderful. And we have some goodies here. A CD from Stephen Shea. It's not even Filipino, but he plays the violin, and that is obviously a lot of his condiments there, a lot of condiment songs. And then the book Asian Collections, and that has to do with the Library Congress. You're connected to the library.
Yes, I work in the library under the, I curate the new Asian Pacific American collection. And at the same time, I'm the Philippine specialist.
Okay.
About 4 years ago, the Southeast Asian curator decided that the Global Filipino Literary Awards, which is an annual award for Filipinos globally, worldwide,
is going on actually. And if you want more information, that's the website to go to on the screen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And more power to you. We shall be back with a feel-good story. Don't go away.
Ang Kababayan LA ay hatid sa inyo ng McDonald's at ang mga bagong McCafe Espresso drinks.